Test.
There we go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us at tonight's City Council meeting. For the record, it's November 21st, 2024, and the time is 6:31 p.m. I'll begin with the roll call. So, Council, when I call your name, please say here or present. Mayor Maxton.
Here.
Councilmember Stroop.
Here.
Councilmember Roden is not present. Councilmember Olvera.
Here.
Councilmember Kerner.
Here.
And Councilmember Parker is not present. With 4 members of council present, a quorum is declared.
Thank you, Christina. Would everybody please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Casey, you hear me okay? As a reminder to all, we do live broadcast our council meetings. And so I'd like to say welcome to everybody that's in attendance tonight here in the council chambers with us. And would also like to welcome all of those that are joining us by the live broadcast. For the individuals that are here in the room with us, if there is an opportunity to speak during the meeting, I would ask that everybody use the microphone that's up here at the podium. And the reason for that is the individuals that are watching us by live broadcast cannot hear the comments if you say them from the chairs. And then also, if you do get an opportunity to speak, I'd ask that you introduce yourself. If you're a resident, please state if you're a resident of Fair Oaks Ranch or not. And if you're with a company or an institution that's here providing comments, please state the company or institution that you're from. We did not have anybody sign up to speak as part of Citizens to be Heard. Is there anybody here tonight that did not get an opportunity to sign up that would like to speak? Okay, with that, we'll move on to our consent agenda tonight. We have 8 items on the consent agenda tonight. First is the approval of the October 17th, 2024 regular City Council meeting minutes. Second is the approval of a resolution approving the 2024 property tax levy roll for the City of Fair Oaks Ranch, Texas. Third, approval of the second reading of an ordinance amending the City Council meeting rules of procedure, identifying procedures and guidelines for the approval of council member absences from council meetings. Fourth, approval of a resolution casting votes for candidates for the Board of Directors for Bexar County and Comill appraisal districts for 2025. Fifth, approval of a resolution authorizing the execution of a change order with Patty Engineering for electrical improvements at well number 26. Sixth, approval of a resolution authorizing the execution of agreements with McGuire Iron Incorporated for water tank maintenance services, expenditure of the required funds, and execution of the applicable documents by the city manager. Seventh, approval of a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement with McGuire Iron Incorporated for the Water Plant 5 ground storage tank. And last, approval of Councilmember Roden's absence from the November 21st, today's meeting, 2024 regular City Council meeting. Is there any council member that would like to remove a consent item to consideration? And with that, could I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I so move.
From Laura, and a second?
Second.
With a motion on the table, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. Thank you all. We have 2 consideration items on the agenda tonight. The first consideration item is the consideration and the possible action approving a resolution authorizing the execution of an interlocal agreement with Bexar County for Old Fredericksburg Road Waterline Replacement Project. And something that we've been working on for a while, and I'll turn it over to Grant.
Thank you, Mayor, Council, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Grant Watanabe, the Public Works Director for the city, and I am here to present an interlocal agreement with Bexar County for the Old Fredericksburg Road Waterline Replacement Project. This project is included in our adopted 5-year capital improvement plan and replaces approximately 2,700 linear feet of water main along Old Fredericksburg Road, where main breaks have become more frequent and expensive to repair. In November 2021, the city executed a professional services agreement with K-Freeze and Associates for engineering services for this project. Since early 2022, staff have been coordinating with Bexar County Public Works to joint bid with their Old Fredericksburg Road project, which will reconstruct approximately 1.67 miles of Old Fredericksburg Road from I-10 Access Road to Lost Creek Gap. On October 4th, Bexar County posted an invitation for bid for the joint project. Bids were received on November 8th, and the county determined the lowest responsive bidder to be the J3 company. Now, while the total cost for the combined project is $13.2 million, the cost for the city's waterline replacement is $537,575. In order to cover the cost, the contract cost, remaining consultant fees, project management costs, and provide for a 5% contingency, a budget amendment will be presented following this agenda item. A copy of the interlocal agreement with Bexar County is provided in the agenda packet, and the ILA helps establish the rights and obligations of the city and the county regarding project management, contract management, funding, construction oversight, inspection, and acceptance of improvements. The proposed motion is included in the consideration page, and that basically concludes my presentation unless the council has any questions.
And Grant, for clarification, it's Old Fredericksburg Road, but this is the portion of Old Fred Road that runs off of Ralph Fair Road towards
Towards the
I-10 access road.
That's correct, sir.
And not that portion of Old Fred Road that's just outside our city limits.
That is correct.
Okay.
And also to clarify, so while it's outside of our city limits, our utility is still out there.
Yes.
So we have to take care of the utility, even though the road, this portion of the road is not in our city.
And I believe in the past, we've had multiple water line breaks along this water line that we're looking to replace.
We've had many water line breaks in this stretch. Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
In addition to that, where the water line is located right now, I believe that the Bear County Road project would end up covering the water line in its current location. And so as part of this, we'll be moving the water line further away from the road so that it is not underneath the road, but beside it in the right-of-way.
Portions of the water line will still be underneath the road, yes, that's correct.
Okay, but primarily it will be moving it outside?
That was the intent, and unfortunately, we couldn't get all of the water line out from under the road, and there is a portion that's still within and under
Okay.
the road.
And I know it's the next agenda item, but just to clarify, the funding for this will come out of the utility fund.
Correct,
The
the
water
water capital
utility
fund.
fund, not out of our taxpayer base. It's out of the utility fund.
That's correct, from
Okay.
unallocated in the water capital fund.
And are we going to talk about the amount in the next agenda item?
The budget
The
amendment
difference?
isn't, oh, no.
So what was allocated and what's the increase that you're asking for?
So the increase is approximately $68,000. And again, that's to cover our 5% contingency, the bid and construction phase services, which we still owe to the consultant, and then project management costs as well. So it's additional $68,000.
I think what to clarify, though, the budget currently only has $270,000, correct?
That was what was budgeted for the current fiscal year. There are rollover
Assuming
funds
that
from,
there was rollover funds as well.
there are
So-
rollover funds, and the
okay.
total available was $531,000.
Okay, so we're really only asking for a little bit more. Okay.
Correct.
Else? Any questions from anyone here tonight? Okay. Then can I get a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the execution of an interlocal agreement with Bear County on the Old Fredericksburg Road Water Line Replacement Project?
So move.
From Laura, and a second? From Emily. Any further discussion from council? With the motion on the table, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion is approved. Thank you, Grant.
Thank you, Mayor.
And the second consideration item that we have tonight related to the same topic is the consideration and the possible action approving the first reading of an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 and ending on September 30th, 2025. I'll turn it over to Summer.
Thank you. So yes, Summer Fleming, Director of Finance. So would be the first reading of an ordinance amending the budget for fiscal year 2024-25. Like we mentioned, the amendment would appropriate an additional $68,273 in the Water Capital Fund to the waterline replacement project that Grant just presented. The Water Capital Fund does have available fund balance of over $300,000 from the capital reserve fees that are not allocated to a specific project. So that would fund this amendment. I can answer any other questions you have.
Oh. Any questions from anyone here tonight? Then can I get a motion to approve the first reading of an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 and ending on September 30th, 2025? From Ruben, and a second?
I'll second.
From Laura. And any further discussion from council? With the motion on the table, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is approved. Thank you, Summer. Well, that completes the business items that we had on the agenda tonight. Do any council member have any announcements that they'd like to make at this time? Go ahead.
For anybody who's going to be around during Thanksgiving, there is a turkey trot, a local turkey trot that happens. It starts in the Fairways, and the address is 8612 Fairway Green. And there's more information. I have a flyer. There's more information about it. It's called Tara's Turkey Trot. She does it every year, and it benefits the Hill Country Pregnancy Care Center. So the run starts at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, if anybody's interested in participating. I will be there struggling.
All
Laura's
right.
going to blow past me.
Thank you, Emily. Anybody else? We got several announcements. I'll make them quick. Reminder to all that we do have the Blue Santa Toy Drive ongoing right now. This is sponsored by the Kendall County Sheriff's Office, the Bernie Police Department, and the Fair Oaks Ranch Police Department. They are asking the community to help by donating new unwrapped toys for boys and girls for ages infant to 16. We have several drop-off locations in the city. They're at the police department here in this building, Parker's Ice Cream, the Spotted Deer Coffee Shop. There's a location at the Country Club, the Fair Oaks Ranch Country Club, and also at the Cibolo Creek Community Church. Second announcement, City Hall will be closed next week on Thursday and Friday, November 28th and 29th for the Thanksgiving Day holiday. And last, the City Council and the city staff of Fair Oaks Ranch would like to wish all a happy Thanksgiving and hope that everyone enjoys the holidays with your family and friends. Scott, anything else, the announcements?
Nothing unless you have questions for me.
Does any council member have any items that they would like added to a future agenda? Nope. We have no need to go into executive session tonight, so that really completes all the business that we had on the agenda. Christina, anything that we missed?
No, sir.
Fall back on. Scott, anything from your perspective?
Sure.
Christine, I have the time now is 6:45 and we are adjourned.